starter quarterback, and that's the key to Notre Dame's offense today, the quarterbacking.
Record crowd here at Ross-Ade Stadium awaiting John Seibel's opening kickoff. Back deep for Notre Dame. Number 12, Ty Barber, a sophomore from Washington, D.C., and Jim Stone, a junior from Seattle. Seibel gets the game underway. It'll be Jim Stone drifting back to the 1-yard line. Stone gets up past the 15-yard line. There's a flag on the play. A 14-yard return from Jim Stone. There's a penalty on the play. Let's pick up the action.
Referee Gene Calhoun, preliminary signal, clipping.
So that'll push Notre Dame back further closer to their own goal line. Number 14, it's Tim Cagle, who's going to get the starting call for Notre Dame at quarterback. Rusty Lish, who last week injured his ankle against the University of Michigan, is suited up and on the sidelines, but it's Tim Cagle. The running backs, Vegas Ferguson and Ty Barber up front in that fullback position. Hand off, first man in the eye. Barber gets up to about the 10-yard line of Kevin Motz, all Big Ten linebacker, a senior from South Bend, Indiana, on the stop. Calvin Clark, a junior tackle, defensive tackle, also helped out for Purdue. Let's set that offensive lineup for Notre Dame. John Scully's your center. John Leone and Larry Hufford are the guards. Tim Foley and Rob Martinovich the tackles. The tight end is Dean Mastick, your flankers. Out to the right is Pete Holohan, and the freshman from Cincinnati Moeller, Tony Hunter, who can fly, is flanked to the left. Second down, they need about 8. Cagle going upstairs. Holohan was pushed out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Notre Dame was unable to sustain a drive, so they punted to Purdue. First quarter, 11:10 to go. After a 42-yard punt, Mark Herman brings the Purdue Boilermakers up. Pete Quinn's your center. Mark Herman, the great junior quarterback from Carmel, Indiana. Hands off around the left side. John Macon. Good blocking around the left side, and he almost got a first down. Joe Gramfrey finally on the tackle for Notre Dame, but not before Macon picked up 8 big ones.
Let's take a look here. Man in motion. He runs behind the man in motion. Purdue has added an extra dimension to their offense this year. Good running. There you see it. Number 37, John Macon.
Second down and 2. Wally Jones, the deep man in that I formation. Mike Augustiniak, the fullback. Number 80 is Dave Young, the tight end. Fumble, and Notre Dame has it. Number 47, John Hankard, the junior from Jackson, Michigan. Quickly was on that fumble, George. Very quick reflex for the junior from Jackson, Michigan.
Let's look at it. It's a very bad handoff. Let's figure out whether there he was bumped by the fullback and it threw him off. And Hankard is right there to recover the fumble for the Irish.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Irish here in the first quarter. 10:29 to go. Ball rests just at the 46-yard line. Wing right. Tim Cagle. Play action pass. Dropping straight back. Tony Hunter. He's got it. The ball is free. I think it's going to be incomplete. We move to further action in the same series of plays. 7 minutes, 32 seconds to go. First quarter. No score. Notre Dame faced with 3rd and 9. Timmy Cagle. Draw. Right up the middle. Did not get the first down is Ty Barber. Tom Kingsbury on the stop for Purdue.
Kingsbury's a Chicago boy, 5'10", 202, a junior from St. Rita High School. And here comes a field goal kicking unit on. Mail 4 for 4 this season.
Set a record last week against the University of Michigan with absolutely perfect. Kicked 4 field goals, a couple of them 40 yards or over, and Chuck Mail is going to place that tee down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a 34-yard attempt for Chuck Mail, who set a Notre Dame record last week. Perfect 4 for 4. They fake it. Knaffel. Touchdown, Kadeem Mastek. Notre Dame surpasses Purdue with the fake field goal. Greg Knaffel, a junior from Green Bay, was holding. Chuck Mayle faked it, and Dee Mastek was wide open, George.
They really caught Purdue by surprise. Watch Mayle, a good fake of the field goal. And Greg Knaffel rolls out. Mastek wide open, a good pass, and 6 points for the Irish.
Notre Dame's first touchdown of the 1979 season. Mayle will attempt the extra point. It's up. And it's good. So with 6:46 to go here in the first quarter, it's Notre Dame 7 and Purdue nothing. So first quarter action, Notre Dame on the board first. Here comes Chuck Mayle's kickoff. Purdue a little bit undecided who's got the football, but to get it back up past the 22-yard line where they'll put it play. First and 10. Mark Norman, a senior from Silver Spring, Maryland, on the stop for the Irish.
Well, Paul, you could tell the velocity of the wind last week against Michigan. Chuck Mayle almost consistently kicking him out of the end zone. Could only get the ball down to about the 15-yard line. So wind can be a factor today.
Well, the wind's coming left to right on your screen, out of the north, about 15 to 20 miles an hour. It's swirling here. So Purdue starts first and 10 over the middle. Pretty good hole. John Macon picks up about 6. So Mark Herman has got his work cut out for him. Bobby Leopold, the fine senior linebacker from Port Arthur, Texas, in on the stop for Notre Dame. Let's set that Notre Dame defense now. The ends are John Hankard, Joe Grampy, Scott Zedek, and Kevin Griffith, your tackles. The linebackers are Mike Whittington and Bobby Leopold, and Bob Crable, middle linebacker, number 43. What a game he had last week against Michigan. Around the left side, Wally Jones got the first down.
Let's look at Bobby Crable, the middle linebacker. Had a sensational game last week. Fends off one blocker, makes the tackle, but too late to stop the first down action.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 4:58 to go here, first quarter. Purdue first and 10. Pro-type offense off the left side. Wally Jones cuts back inside. Almost was hit at the line of scrimmage, but the quickness of Wally Jones got up past the 50-yard line. Bob Crable on the stop for Notre Dame, picked up about 7.
Purdue's offensive line is a veteran line. At center, they got Pete Quinn, a senior, Don Hall at guard, Dale Schwann, both seniors at right tackle, Steve McKenzie, a senior from Chicago's De La Salle High School, and Harry Field, a junior, at left tackle. They're experienced, all regulars last year.
Second down, they need 3. Herman looks the defense over. Might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Sweep right. Macon this time barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit that time. Number 47, John Hankard.
He strung the play out and allowed the linebacker, Leopold, to come up. Let's watch it there. Steve Sitchie had a great second half. Watch Hankard ward off his blocker. He can use his hands on defense, forces the runner to the inside, slips and falls.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go here, first quarter. Notre Dame leads 7-0. Mark Herman has the Boilermakers on the move. Slot right. Dave Young, the big tight end, in the slot. Herman hands off to Macon, cuts back inside. Good blocking. They're hurting Notre Dame with the sweeps. Tom Gibbons and John Krim helping out on the stop.
Purdue running the ends. The backs are, watch 32, Wally Jones, throw a good block there to allow Macon to make yardage. 8 yards on that play.
Second 2. Herman's only thrown 2 passes here in the first quarter. 2 years ago, he set a Notre Dame opponent record, threw the ball 51 times. Here goes the sweep, cuts back inside of tackle, gets close to the 15-yard line. Mike Whittington on the stop.
Notre Dame flip-flopping their linebackers. Bobby Leopold and Mike Whittington are going from side to side. Leopold taking the wide side of the field.
Going to bring up third and about 1. Herman looking over to the sidelines to head coach Jim Young to get the play. Jim Young, the head coach of Purdue, in his third year here at Purdue. Play action. Herman's got wide open. Hope with a touchdown, and he gets in. Dave Young on a 3rd and 1 counters Notre Dame with the touchdown pass of his own.
Third and 1. Good fake by Mark Herman. Finds Young in the end zone. He beat Gibbons back there, and it's 6 points for Purdue.
So there he is, big Dave Young. That's the 5th touchdown pass already this season for the great tight end. They went 78 yards in 11 plays. John Siebel will kick the extra point. It's up, and we've got a tie here in the first quarter with 1:10 to go. It's Notre Dame 7 and Purdue 7. There was no further scoring in the period, and the quarter ended with Notre Dame in possession of the ball. The score, Notre Dame 7 and Purdue 7. Mark Herman's touchdown pass to his big tight end, Dave Young. We've got a tie ball game as we head into the second quarter. It's Notre Dame 7, Purdue 7. Second down for Notre Dame. They need about 2. Ferguson got the 2 yards easily. Down to about the 40-yard line of Purdue. We move to further action in the same series of plays. And now Mike Curry checks in at quarterback. So Dan Devine is going with Mike Curry and Timmy Cagle here. Rusty Lish still on the sidelines. He's suited up. Sprained his ankle last week. Curry trying to get to the outside. Keena Turner almost gets him. Man open in the middle. The big tight end, Dean Mastic. First down, Notre Dame. Tim Seneff, strong safety in that Purdue defense. Finally collared Dean Mastic, but not until the first down was made.
On a 3rd down, Curry rolling to the right, and he gets out of a lot of difficulty here. Watch him. He gets spun around, maintains his balance, his poise, knows where his receivers are, and finds the tight end Mastic for the first down.
We move to further action with Notre Dame still in possession of the ball. It's going to bring in Chuck Mayo. 11:26 to go. Score tied, 7 apiece. Be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Chuck Mayo. It's up plenty of distance, and it's perfect. So Chuck Mayo is 5 for 5 on the 1979 season. There's a break in the action here. Go. Notre Dame back in front, 10-7. Second quarter action. He'll kick off. Tony Hill, single man deep. This will be Tony Hill at the 8-yard line. And he moves it past the 20, got up to the 25-yard line where Mark Herman will bring the offense in for Purdue.
A 17-yard kickoff return.
Well, we'll see what the Purdue strategy is now. They've been staying on the ground pretty much. They went 78 yards in 11 plays.
Mark Herman has been perfect so far. He's attempted 3 passes.
In the second period, and Herman's only thrown 3 passes, Paul. Almost unbelievable.
33 yards in the air. There comes a sweep left. John Macon cuts back. Gets up to the 35-yard line for the first down. John Hankard on the stop for Notre Dame. And George, it seems as if Purdue is just running at will here in the first half. They're running those sweeps to both sides and with great success.
Well, the reason for that, Paul, the outside linebacker on that side is not forcing the play. When he sees the run, he has to go across the line of scrimmage and take some blockers, even if he doesn't make the tackle.
Macon now picked up 45 yards and 6 carries. Almost an 8-yard average here. Dave Young, who caught the touchdown pass, goes in motion right. Herman got a little bit running room, gets it off to Wally Jones, his tailback. Steve Seachy on the stop for Notre Dame. Going to be marked just shy of first down territory.
There's Herman faking the end run, and the back slips out of the backfield. There you see him. Wally Jones, a short clip. I don't think Herman's thrown a pass over 10 or 12 yards today.
We move to further action in the same series of play. Notre Dame leads 10-7, 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. And Mark Herman is facing a third down. Ball rests just in Notre Dame territory at Notre Dame's 48-yard line. Third down, they need 7. Split backfield. Herman's going to throw it. Tight end Dave Young makes the sliding catch. Depending on where they mark it, very close to the first down. And Dave Young, the great tight end, who caught a touchdown pass in the first quarter.
Making play action on third down. He likes the crossing pattern. Watch him lay it in there. It's kind of a soft pass. He was double covered, but threw it right in there.
We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. So Notre Dame's young defense, tested last week by one of the top teams in the country, Michigan, come right back against the Purdue experience of the Purdue Boilermakers. 2nd and 8. Slot eye, Young in motion right. Play action. Herman still has it. Interception by Dave Waymer around the left side. His second interception. He had one against Michigan. And Dave Waymer, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, gets Notre Dame out of the hole.
Let's look. Herman rolling to the right, looking for Mike Harris, one of his good receivers. But watch Waymer come right in and steal that football. He outmuscles Harris for the football. His second interception of the year, first of the day.
The defense stiffened on both sides, so after an exchange of punts, we move to further action. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Notre Dame has it. 1st and 10, first half action. Here comes the reverse. And he can throw it. Holohan. Hunter is wide open. And he's got it at the 30-yard line. Holohan, if he could have thrown the ball up in the air a little bit further, he had 6. The speed of freshman Tony Hunter was wide open, 34 yards on that pickup.
He was open, but let's remember that Holohan does not throw the ball regularly. I thought he
did a good job.
Just getting it where the target was.
Most important thing, George, in a situation like that is get the football to the receiver. Make sure it's complete. So Notre Dame now, with 2.5 minutes to go, threatening to put some more points on the board. Ferguson cuts back over the middle inside the 30-yard line. Kevin Motz puts the stop on him.
Here's the reverse from the play before. There's the pitch to Vegas Ferguson. Houlihan coming around. Stops, sets up. He had pretty good motion on that ball. Throws behind him, but good catch by the freshman Tony Hunter.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. Ball rests at the 20-yard line. 53 seconds to go for Notre Dame here in the first half. They've got a 3-point lead. 2nd and 10. Cagle. Complete to tight end Dean Mastic, and he got out of bounds very wisely, stopping the clock.
Good crossing pass by the sophomore. There you see him, 86 at left end. A rollout to the left.
Action in the same series of plays. So with 16 seconds left, Chuck Mayle, who is perfect on the season so far, 5 field goal attempts. He's made all 5. 32-yard field goal attempt, and it's plenty to spare. And Chuck Mayle is perfect. 6 for 6 with 13 seconds left. The first half, it's Notre Dame 13, Purdue 7. So Chuck Mayle's 6th field goal of the year puts Notre Dame in front by 6. 13 seconds to go. Chuck Mayle kicked off, not too deep. The ball's resting at the 1-yard line. Number 1, Tony Hill's in trouble. Ball will be marked at the 1-yard line. Notre Dame quickly covering that kickoff charge. Knocked Hill back into the end zone, but his forward progress was stopped there at the 1.
Nobody, Tony Hill doesn't think that he's going to get it. He gets it on the 1-yard line, and Ron Mishler, number 60, right down there, almost gets him right on the 1-yard line.
There was no further scoring in the second period, and the half ended with the score, Notre Dame 13 and Purdue 7. Brendan Monahan made the stop, George. Number 59 from Toledo, Ohio.
Well, surprisingly, Notre Dame outgained offensively the Purdue Boilermakers, 180 yards to 155. Notre Dame had 74 yards rushing on 25 attempts. Notre Dame was 7 for 15, while Purdue rushed for 106 yards.
Most importantly, they kept the ball away from this quarterback, number 9, Mark Herman. A handoff off the left side. That was John Macomb, number 37. Steve Seachy and Don Kidd on the stop for the Irish.
Herman only threw 7 times in the first half. He completed 5 for only 48 yards. They were the short variety, but Dave Waymer made a great interception on Herman.
And they turned that around to a field goal by Chuck Mayo, who's been perfect today against Michigan. He's 4 for 4. He's kicked 2 field goals today and 2 tries. Notre Dame leads 13-7. We're just beginning second half, making a sweep around the right side. Somebody forgot to block. Bobby Leopold, number 61, was right there.
Great play by Leopold. Paul, he was lined up on the right side. He went, let's watch him. Watch him go in motion with the man in motion now. And watch with his keen sense. He knows where the ball is, comes up there, slips a blocker, and makes a beautiful tackle.
Nobody touched him. We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. Making now 77 yards and 14 carries. Third down, another big third down situation. Mark Herman has faced a few. 3rd and 5. He needs 5. Herman's back, and he's in trouble. Number 47, John Hankard on the sack for that Irish defense.
Herman a straight drop back. John Hankard come in from the left of your screen there. He beats Steve McKenzie there. Good tackle.
Now we move to further action. Third down, they need about 4. Cagle drills it down the left side. Ty Dickerson. Marcus McKinney on the stop, but you saw the good arm, and that's what people have been waiting for. Tim Cagle really unclarked to beauty.
Third down, Cagle fakes the running play. Right on the mark here, looking for Ty Dickerson. Good throw. Straight drop back pass. Has the first down.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. All right, Cagle picks up 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Holohan goes flank to the left. Tony Hunter, freshman, in one of the tight end positions. Ferguson's got some running room. Quickness charge of Vegas Ferguson getting to the outside. Boy, he burned it.
Well, he made that good fake up the middle to draw the defense in. He broke it to the outside. Let's watch it. Straight ahead blocking. There's where he gets to the outside with that burst of speed.
We move to further action with Notre Dame still in possession of the ball. Third quarter. Third down for Notre Dame. Ball's at the 4-yard line. They've got to get it in. 3rd and goal. They got a 6-point lead. 8:25 to go here, 3rd quarter. Holohan comes in motion right. Play action. Hunter, touchdown. Tony Hunter scores his first touchdown for Notre Dame. The freshman from Cincinnati. Moeller took the pass from Tim Cagle of the same high school, and he's happy.
Moeller high. In fact, he juggled it in the end zone. It was thrown hard, but with good hands. There's the freshman.
But check that. That was Nick Bear, the tight end, George, number 95, Nick Bear.
There he is at the right end position. Watch him cross here. Almost gets hit from behind. There's Nick Bear. Bobbles it into the end zone for 6.
Chuck Mayo added the extra point, so with 8:17 to go, 3rd quarter, it's Notre Dame 20 and Purdue 7. The 3rd quarter. Don Kidd, the junior from Cincinnati, is one of the defensive tackles along with Scott Zedek, John Hankard, and Joe Gramke, the defensive ends. Whittington, Crable, and Leopold, the linebackers. Mark Herman has got to really start throwing the football now. Burrell. Mark Burrell, the junior, on a corner pattern, wide open. 27-yard pickup from Mark Herman to Bart Burrell.
Good pass blocking by the Purdue offense. And Mark Herman Once he gets set, he's a pure passer. Puts it right out in front of Mark Burrell. Good over-the-shoulder catch and out of bounds for a first down.
We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. Notre Dame leads 20-7. Third down. They need about 7. Mark Herman, 7 out of 12 for 82 yards. Now he drops back into the shotgun. Purdue showing the shotgun. Mark Herman. Little turn-in pattern. Bart Burrell has it for the first down.
Showing the shotgun for the first time. Giving Herman more time to throw, and he pumps it in there to Bart Burrell. First down.
Now we move to further action. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Notre Dame 20, Purdue 7. Mark Herman facing 3rd and 2. Split backfield, slot right. Dave Young in motion left. Herman around the left side. Got away from Jeff Lucan, still in trouble. Finally gets it off complete to Raymond Smith. Right about the 20-yard line. First down, Boilermakers. Raymond Smith.
From ground level, there's Seachy. Watch the rollout. And this is the poise that Herman has. He gets away from one tackler there, looks field over, fires to the open man, Ray Smith for the first down.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 3rd and goal. The ball rests just inside the 1-yard line. Mark Herman at the controls. He's moved Purdue all the way from his own 20-yard line. A pitch to Wally Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Purdue. Cuts the deficit. To 13 now with the extra point coming. There's Wally Jones. Here it is again, George.
Yeah, let's watch the blocking of Augustiniak right there. And in for the touchdown, Wally Jones.
So John Zeibel will come in to attempt a very important extra point right here. It's up. And it's good. There's a break in the action here at Ross-Ade Stadium with the score. Notre Dame 20 and Purdue 14. With the score still the same, we move to further action in the third quarter. So Notre Dame, Timmy Cagle faced with the third down. He needs about 19 yards for the first down. Interception. Marcus McKinney. He's knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line at Notre Dame's 8-yard line. What a turnaround. Oh, George Hunter. Purdue, sky high.
Facing a 3rd and long. Tim Cagle throwing out to his left. This was overthrown. McKinney.
We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. This will be the last play of the third quarter. 2 seconds remain. Purdue, 3rd down. The ball rests just outside the 2-yard line. Wally Jones on the right side, and he got in. Wally Jones was not to be denied, George. He went up in the air and over the Notre Dame defense to tie up this ball game.
There he is, coming up.
Wally Jones.
Let's watch Wally Jones.
Point tied, a foot puts down. Siebel kicks it up. And it's good. That's the end of the third quarter here at Purdue University with the score. Purdue 21, Notre Dame 20. We move to further action. 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes to go. Purdue by 1 point, 21-20. And Mark Herman on a square out to the right. Bart Burrell, number 87, was wide open.
Purdue has great pass patterns. They sent the man in motion to the left. Let's watch it. The man in motion going to the left forces man-to-man coverage on Bart Burrell over on the side. Perfect timing on a down and out.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 9 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Purdue leads Notre Dame 21-20. Second goal, the ball rests at the 6. RI formation. Bart Burrell, Frank to the right side. Raymond Smith in motion left. Into the end zone. Burrell. Touchdown. A man-to-man situation on the right side was caused by that man in motion. And Mark Herman goes upstairs for 6.
Beautifully executed play. Watch him just turned around, flipped it over the head of Dick Bushka, the defender, and 6 points for Bart Burrell.
So the extra point is coming. John Seibel. 3 quick touchdowns. The last 3 times Purdue has had their hands on the football. Has given them a 7-point lead. Up. It's up. It's good. Flags are all over the place. Notre Dame was offside, so the kick is good. There's a break in the action here at Purdue with the score. Purdue 28, Notre Dame 20. Notre Dame was offsides on an extra point, which was good, so they take the 5 yards right here. Seibel puts it up. Jim Stone retreats back 1 yard deep. He's going to run it out. And he's stacked up at the 15-yard line.
Good kick coverage by the Purdue Boilermakers there, and well, they are really fired up. Marcus McKinney, who intercepted that pass earlier in the 3rd period, making the initial stop.
So Purdue in the last 10 minutes to put 3 touchdowns on the board to come from behind. They trailed 20-7. They've scored the last 3 times they've had their hands on the football. Mike Curry in at quarterback now for Notre Dame. They trail by 8. Complete down the right sideline. Number 1, Ty Dickerson. Tom Cena on the coverage. It got mixed up a little bit. And Mike Curry very wisely threw the ball in Dickerson's direction, a 38-yard pickup.
Curry doing a good job in there. There's Foley out blocking in front of him. Curry gets set, waits for his man. Tom Seneff was turned around. He didn't know where the ball was, and Ty Dickerson comes back and makes the reception for a big first down.
Ty Dickerson, a junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, comes up with the big catch. Notre Dame now with first down at Purdue's 41-yard line. They trail by 8. Cagle gets sacked. Tom Kingsbury, number 15, on the sack.
Kingsbury from St. Rita High in Chicago, Illinois, having an outstanding day. Watch 15 come in from the left side.
Notre Dame was unable to sustain a drive, so they punted to Purdue. Purdue has it first and 10 at their own 9-yard line. With an 8-point lead, 28-20, 6:49 to go, fourth quarter. Wally Jones, big hole. Got up close to the 15-yard line. We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Notre Dame trails the Purdue Boilermakers by 8 points. They have to punt. Ball rests at the 14-yard line. Dave Durson. The punt is fumbled. He's going to take a safety. A big 2 points for Notre Dame. I don't know whether that was a bad snap or I just couldn't control it. It was a little bit high.
It was a bad snap, Paul. He couldn't get a hold of it.
Take another look. Joe Linville is the punter.
Notre Dame in an all-out rush. There you see it's high. He had to go off the ground. It went through his hands. And Tommy Gibbons, number 27 in there. A safety, 2 points for Notre Dame, and now they're within striking distance.
A big break for the Irish. Big break for the Irish. Purdue will have to kick off or punt. They have their option from their own 20-yard line now.
This remind you of the Cotton Bowl in any respect, Paul?
I'll tell you, that miracle finish last year in the Cotton Bowl was something. This telecast is presented by authority of the C.D. Chesley Company, and any use of this program without written consent is prohibited. The announcers on this program have been approved and contracted for by the C.D. Chesley Company. So, George, Notre Dame should get great field position. They're going to get a hold of the football. John Seibel will kick off from his own 20-yard line. Ty Barber and Jim Stone on the return. This will be Jim Stone at the 22-yard line. He's popped hard. He gets it to the 40-yard line. Good tackle by Mark Adamley. We move to further action in the same series of plays. 2nd and 13. Curry set up the screen to the left side. Threw it a little bit too hard for Vegas Ferguson to handle.
Marcus Jackson, 77, was right there. There you see him on the corner of his screen. Purdue only in a 3-man rush. Big down here, Paul. 3rd and long.
Stop the clock. 3:58 to go here. Timmy Cagle comes in, the designated thrower.
It's unusual to change quarterbacks so often as Coach Devine has done today.
3rd down. They need 13. 3-man rush for Purdue. Cagle turn into Holohan. Complete. 1st down, Ari. What a big 3rd down. He caught him on a turn-in right in the middle of the zone. Wayne Smith and Tim Seneff. But Tim Cagle was right on the money, George.
Cagle forced to throw 3rd and long. Good protection. Only 3-man rush. Holohan on the inside for a 21-yard gain and a 1st down.
They move to further action in the same series of plays. Notre Dame trails Purdue by 6. 4th quarter, 3:27 to go. Purdue 28, Notre Dame 22. A big 3rd down for Timmy Cagle. He needs 7. Cagle to Ty Dickerson on a corner pattern, incomplete. Marcus McKinney was there for Purdue, and that'll bring in Dick Bushka.
Well, with 3:22 left in the game, Notre Dame is going to punt and hope for a turnover. Playing percentages, Paul.
They've got all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Tony Hill goes back in a single safety for Purdue. They'll try to angle it, let it roll down deep into, and it does. And Bushka does his job excellently. We move to further action with Purdue still in possession of the ball. Just about 2 minutes to go. Notre Dame would love their hands back on that football. 3rd down. Herman has a yard to go. Augustiniak gets a 1st down. Big 1st down for Purdue. They retain possession. Now we move to further action in the closing moments of the game. Notre Dame has taken its last timeout. It's 3rd down. Mark Herman will just take the snap, ball down. On 3rd down, Notre Dame is unable to stop the clock now. 32. They're going to have a chance for at least a punt return, I think, here. They're just going to try to let the clock run out. They're going to take the most of it. There's 33 seconds on the clock after Herman was tackled. So Purdue, 3 touchdowns in the 2nd half. Came back from a 20-7 deficit. Beat Notre Dame. There it goes. It's out. So the final score, Purdue 28, Notre Dame 22. Paul Horning and George Connor from the Capacity House here. Over 70,000 people came here and got exactly what they wanted here at Purdue, didn't they?
Well, the first time Purdue's beaten Notre Dame in a long time in the 2nd half. 2 running touchdowns by Wally Jones. And then a pass, Herman, who had a great day. Mark Herman, the junior, to Bart Burrell. Notre Dame had a little life when they got Joe Linville in the end zone for a safety, but Purdue was too much.